Can you explain your different intake styles, P34, S34, X34, and why each platform has different types? Did the B8 3.0T with an X34 in the past, but now just the S34. Yeah, this would be a good like article to do,
And do like a grid with
and
all
maybe
the
like a
platforms.
video, like one of your instructional videos.
I explained it during the store this weekend, so I can.
Yeah, this is a great question. Thank you for asking. So we do have three styles: P34, S34, X34. P34 intakes are our lowest cost options or very high value options where you get a lot of intake for the money. We're able to reduce the cost because we mold in plastic. Injection molded plastic or rotomold in some cases is usually what we do. Is very expensive tooling, but the per unit cost is really small. So we just have to pay a huge amount of money up front, and then the parts as we buy them individually are very cheap. So as long as we can sell a certain number, we can pay off the tooling cost, and then we can keep the price low. These are good for anyone who's looking for a great bump in performance, but doesn't want to pay for carbon, doesn't really care about having carbon fiber. Some people actually want like more OEM looking stuff, so it doesn't stand out. The P34 products are excellent, and we offer those in every platform where we believe customers, more price sensitive customers exist. The S34 is an intake that consists of a carbon fiber shield. So it's when you open the hood, the intake will be open to the engine compartment, but the idea is when you shut the hood, it will be a relatively closed off intake that gets cool air from the front of the car. These almost always come with a silicone connector hose from the air filter to whatever the intake system is. This is a great option for anyone who's looking for that carbon fiber, who's looking for very high performance. Typically our S34 intakes are our highest flowing because of the simplicity of the design and kind of the more open nature of the intake. But we can keep the cost down by using the silicone connector hose and just doing a carbon fiber shroud as opposed to a box, which is typically more expensive to construct a box out of carbon fiber. And then the X34 intakes are full carbon fiber. They will use silicone connector hoses here and there, but all the tubes are carbon fiber. The intake box is carbon fiber, and they're typically closed off to the engine compartments. And they will direct air from the factory cold air provision into the intake system. The X34s are typically our most expensive intakes. They typically flow, as good, almost as good as the S34s. Some of the S34s, like I can fit my whole arm through the intake, so it's just a very big free flowing design. But the X34 is kind of our premium intake for that kind of really OEM plus, like if Audi went really upscale with the RS cars and they came with a carbon fiber intake. So that pretty much explains the differences. What we do for the different platforms just depends on what we feel like the demand is and what the need is out there. So we have a whole line of S34s coming out for the B9S4, for the B9 SQ5. What else do we got coming? We got S6, C7, S6, S34 coming out. A lot of cool stuff coming out for intakes.